I don't think I'll be on the Breakfast Club.
And Corey did not like that at all.
So he was right.
He doesn't know like where to put Charlamagne in his head.
You don't think Envy was sad for him?
Bro, it was scamming people, bro. Who the f knows? Whoa.
But he is really struggling with how he feels about Charlamagne right now. Corey Holcomb, 5150 show.
Yes. So Corey Holcomb, legend in comedy, legend in media and podcasting, doesn't really get the clout for it or the gold medals.
His name doesn't come up like that.
But he's had the 5150 show for years.
10 years at least.
I don't want to say this, but I think it's before Joe Rogan.
You said it though.
I think it's before Joe Rogan.
Black
But
people always
he was
do
on the
shit,
show with Craig Smith and Darlene Ortiz. Everybody knows them. And
the regular host.
the regular host. And basically what happened was that Darlene was doing her loose talk about bullshit. It's a part near their show where they just let Darlene, just say
Rant.
Get her womanly urge out.
Get her womanly urge out. So this happened, and they say the funny shit. It's beautiful.
Right.
So, and during that, they brought up Ricky Smiley. If y'all don't know who Ricky Smiley is, Black All-Star.
Legendary
He's
radio host.
He's gonna have a star on the Hollywood fucking street soon. But they was talking about him going on the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club with 𝔓𝔦𝔑 and Lauren LaRosa, Envy. And basically, Corey's name got brought up.
Charlamagne too.
And Charlamagne, of course.
Right.
Sorry. And I guess Corey Holcomb's name got brought up in a way that was kind of like, Ricky Smiley was like, hey, now don't say that name because, I know Corey was going woody whoop whoop.
I don't want to get in the middle of you and Corey's drama.
I don't want to get in the middle of you and Corey's drama. And that's how his name got brought up. And Corey did not like that shit at all. He's tired of it. And I guess it's under the same...
So he was right.
It's under the same sentiment of like...
He was very right for being worried about the nigga name.
Exactly what happened, yeah.
Because he tried to get out of it and he still got in trouble.
Yeah. And it's under the same sentiment of what Esso and Heineken was talking about. Like, yo, if you're going to have somebody on that's like always getting talked shit about. You know what I mean? In terms of like, you're only having people on that kind of talk shit about me. Like Jess Hilarious is already up there.
Right.
She doesn't like Corey. A lot of people don't like Corey that go up there. But let's just hear him talk about it.
Yeah, that is frustrating.
First?
Yeah, the first time. Sam.
That probably is frustrating because
147,
I'm relevant enough for y'all to bring my name up, but I'm not relevant enough for you to get an invite and really come defend myself.
And the fact that he's cool with Charlamagne, he's going to talk about how he feels like Charlamagne is kind of playing the middle ground of like, all right, I'm cool with Jess, of course, but I always, let's just play it.
And he
ain't want to be in the middle of that shit, but let's probably put him out there where, like, I ain't gonna even lie. I don't think I'll be on the Breakfast Club because I wouldn't smile with that fake ass bitch, and I would tell my brother who I love, Charlamagne, I'd be like, homie, I get a lot of flack for being messy. But, nigga, what could be more messy than this shit? What could be more messier than the Breakfast Club? You got this bitch of chaos up here.
Bitch of chaos.
The bitch of chaos, less hilarious. Yeah. Up here, this bitch is hated by many. And on top of that, like I say, I love Charlamagne. But you throw this bitch alley-oops to motherfucking go at the shit. You have fake doctors on your show. It's like, it's become a real zoo. It's become a real zoo. Like, I do not dislike my brother. Do not go out there and talk about, I don't like Charlamagne the God. I like Charlamagne the God. I think Charlamagne the God has done things to have my back. But when I watch some of the shit that go on, I'll be like, how do you expect it not to be chaos? And you get a unfunny, insecure bitch on your show, and you let her dog you and your people out. And on top of that, I'm watching you feed the shit. You ain't dumb. Charlamagne is very intelligent. He's very intelligent. So for him to have a fake doctor bitch on the show,
Cheyenne
for him
Bryant.
to have Less Hilarious on the show, and these people that he know kicks up negative dust, I'm like, okay, that's his angle. That's what he want to do. So it's a messy show now, in my opinion. I can't see me coming on the show and not getting attacked because I'm not going to be phony with the shit. I'm going to be like, oh, so here go the fake unfunny bitch. You talked about this at the club and everything, but you never talk about how you killed the audience. You never talked about how you had a good show because you don't have a good show. You unfunny, and I think there are men in this world who like messy bitches around them.
Pause. Just wanted to see where we're at. All right. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Yeah.
I like messy bitches.
We know you do.
Yeah.
But so the whole point, and you could tell that he's kind of frustrated. Like he probably, from what I'm hearing, at least, he doesn't know like where to put Charlamagne in his head or his heart.
Because it's like, but it was a struggle for him to get there.
Because it's like I fuck with my mans, but at the same time, Corey Holcomb's ideology is like, oh, if I don't fuck with her, but you do, well, fuck you too. And
it doesn't seem like he's willing to go that far though.
I think he says it in the beginning, but he fucks with Charlamagne, and he knows where like their relationship stands.
He's just laying out the shit that he does not enjoy.
Yeah,
he's laying out traits that he does not enjoy.
Yeah,
other men to have. And even though I like you, I do not fuck with that trait at all.
Yeah,
and it seems like you like it, and you are falling really close to me not fucking with you, in terms of like just on a human level.
Yeah,
I don't want that type of man near me.
And I think he goes in to say that like Breakfast Club is a messy ass show. I don't know.
Yeah, he did say that.
He's gonna say it again, but
yeah, he said it a couple times. Yeah,
Breakfast Club is a messy ass. It was messy before.
Yeah, I was about to say, hasn't that not always been the case to a degree?
To a degree,
like
it's always been a little messy.
Yeah, it's a radio show about like drama and cultural gossip.
But that's another thing about Corey Holcomb is that if it affects him, it affects everybody.
Yeah,
and the fact that they did have Cheyenne Bryant, if y'all don't remember.
Yeah, what's his beef with her?
It's the fake psychologist woman.
Yeah, I remember. She has a lot of drama. She took off out of nowhere by getting with the Cam Newton shit.
Yeah. Cam Newton. And then Nick Cannon.
And then Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
And then Corey Holcomb was like,
I remember that.
Why do we keep platforming this bitch? We know her.
When she doesn't have a degree and she's a alleged lesbian.
Yeah.
I mean, so what's wrong with that?
That's what he said. I'm just saying.
But what's his beef with that?
You want me to answer that?
Yeah. It sounds like
how? I can't.
right.
I don't know, but she's a fucking lesbian.
Remember, but
Did she say anything about him?
She got a lot of weird things, down to like the degree. Oh, they don't like each other.
Yeah, they don't
but down to her degree is not even real.
Yeah.
It's pretty much platforming fake doctors. That's pretty much the issue.
Yes.
She went on a run like she was a legit doctor. And it's like one of those situations where I think her school lost the accreditation.
Yeah.
Oh. So it's
she was a doctor.
Yeah, but it was already like on some like Strayer University shit.
Yeah.
And then the Strayer lost their accreditation. Oh. Yeah. I don't even know if it's right to use Strayer because Strayer been around solid for years.
Strayer, Miller, Mott, those are real institutions.
So let's just say when like the first 2-3 years of Strayer.
She went to ICDC or something.
Yeah, like when we all just was like, the fuck is a Strayer? You know what I'm saying? But niggas are getting real jobs off them Strayer degrees.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nah, man.
But yeah, it's just, it was an issue that she was just making it so far off of essentially just on some fraud shit.
But is a part of his main gripe the fact that he won't be able to go on the Breakfast Club?
Well,
does it boil down to that a little bit?
Of course, and that
he would go up there. I think he's been up there, but it was Angela Yee era.
Yeah, well, he literally can't now because of how he feels about Less Hilarious.
Just play the video. He talks about it.
And I think he also was kind of highlighting the fact that Charlamagne is egging on the messiness and the drama and throwing the alley-oops in their conflict. There's no mediation there either.
That's
the biggest thing.
That is the main point.
So there's a two-faced nature to it.
Essentially,
he feels like they have their own private relationship to where it's like, nigga, like we fuck with each other.
But I don't even think Charlamagne likes Jess hilarious like that anymore. Ever since that whole thing, he don't fuck with her. I don't think I can't prove that, but I don't think so. Hell no.
What is it? You don't think that he would admire that, like just because of the ratings and just like
nah, because it went to the left.
What thing?
remember the whole her going on live
and all that,
pulling up to the work.
Yeah.
You told me to play into this shit. Now you want to sit here and act stupid. Like
he could still fuck with her.
It was cool.
I feel like that's pretty light though.
It's not light.
I don't think so.
It's not heavy.
Once,
it's definitely not heavy.
Which
I
think once like you divulge any sort of like planning we were doing off script for the people on camera, you don't fuck with that person at the same level.
You're not a good improv partner.
You don't hate them, but you definitely don't fuck with them before that moment.
I think you're
on the same level as
underestimating
before.
AJ. You're underestimating how much Charlamagne likes to be an OG, and how much like as long as she is taking that position of you're my OG and I apologize, and he's like, this is why you don't do that, and they have that conversation, he's fine. He not gonna care enough to like not hate her now. Like he wants her to do well, and she fucked up.
Well, when I said hate, I said that was like a stretch. I don't think he hates her.
Okay.
I think the level of I fuck with you is definitely lower.
Yeah.
She's a loose cannon.
For sure.
What about on Envy's part?
Envy don't like her.
I think Envy. I think that whole situation hurt Envy more than anybody.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Envy's trying not to get arrested.
I don't think so.
He's fucking fine.
I don't think
dog.
so.
What you mean?
Yeah, he's definitely. I don't think he's going to jail.
Yeah, nigga, that's good.
He's still trying.
I don't think it hurt Envy more because Envy has less emotional attachment to her. He not the one that brought her in. Why would it?
Well,
I don't think so.
brought her in, but like they still have history. They still go way back, and even during the aftermath of after she went on live and that next show, that next morning,
Yeah.
he was hurt.
I remember, yeah.
He was going in. He was like, just I couldn't like, and you know, light skinned niggas they're emotionally expressive.
But he was the only one that was actually trying to get to the bottom of her gripe too.
Yeah, because I think he was a little bit more hurt about it. Like he really felt personally like as a friend. I think Charlamagne like was able to put on like the content hat. You know what I mean? To where this is theater of what we do.
Shit, man, I
There was
don't even know.
content. He closed up in that moment.
I don't even know
He didn't
about
have-
Envy.
He didn't have anything.
You don't
to
think
say.
Envy was sad for real?
Bro, the nigga was scamming people, bro. Who the fuck knows? Like, bro, who knows?
Yeah.
You really think he was scamming
people.
niggas?
You scam people. Your feelings mean nothing
I don't think
to a certain extent.
Well, you think he was really scamming niggas though?
I don't. Not him, but if
His
you knew,
operation,
if you
for sure.
knew,
Right.
But did he know? You just believe he knew because he was cool with the nigga.
let's play a couple more seconds.
Because that is the only way you can have a spot doing anything. When you was on the TV show with Lil Rel, you was talking crazy about them people on the plane. Next thing we know, that TV show was yanked.
Forgot all about that.
Oh, I did too.
You are a messy
about
bitch who act like everybody else got the problem. You a messy, unfunny bitch. And I think my brother Charlamagne is like, I can work this. I know how to work this angle. Because he don't get mad at the bitch. Even when the bitch is out of pocket with him. He throw that bitch an alley-oop to go. And I'll be like, that's some messy shit, but okay. Okay, my nigga. They talk about the 5150 show.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's a messy show now. That's a messy show now. And I don't mean that with no disrespect. That's just my opinion. I say it because my name brought up too much and I ain't even on the motherfucking show. You got these unfunny ass comics up there talking shit about me, motherfucker. I need to rebuttal. I ain't got to come on the show. Don't want to come on the show. But I'm just saying, it's like, damn.
He lied.
When the
He
fuck
won't
do the
come on,
motherfucker who everybody talking about get to say something about that shit?
There you go.
That's just like Club Shay. My name is all over Club Shay. I am part of the blueprint of Club Shay.
She didn't bring you up. He made a joke about that, about you between you and homeboy. That was kind of funny.
Bitch done brought me up before.
Oh, sure.
So motherfuck the bitch and anybody who down with the hoe.
Pause.
So
Boom.
does he get no level of accountability because he bring her up too? And it's like I feel like a lot of the beef between these niggas, it's a lot of him talking.
Okay, it's
It's a lot of him talking. Like there's clips of
Who do
Jess
we think he's
Hilarious.
going at in this clip? It seems pretty clear now.
what are you trying to tell us?
Feels like he's
Shout
battling
out
with
my
how he fucks with Charlamagne right now.
Well, it's not.
We've always known how he's felt about Jess Hilarious,
Well,
but he is really struggling with how he feels about Charlamagne right now.
Yeah, like
That's how it
he's
seems.
trying to, because he has a warlike mentality, like Corey Holcomb. He's a very like, hey man, it's either this way or no way.
You're stubborn.
So when it comes to being around people that dislike him and people that are around them that he calls them like his friend, he has it's just a nasty taste in his mouth. But I still think he's always gonna fuck with Charlamagne. Charlamagne has thrown him a lot of licks in terms of like
Fuck the bitch and anybody who fucks with the bitch.
Yes, but
Yeah, how do you rebuttal that?
How do you rebuttal it? You haven't said nothing either.
Corey,
I like to
Corey,
wait
a
for
crazy
niggas to finish
motherfucker.
speaking.
You can't take everything so literal,
Okay.
especially with Corey Holcomb. Especially when it's about people that he doesn't like. Like, this is just what he does. He's really crazy like that.
And what? So
But I don't.
So he just expects Charlamagne to like run defense for him.
But yeah,
That's what this like. Not what it boils down to, but he just
has he
wants.
been to Club Shay?
Nah,
He hasn't,
no.
right?
hell no.
No.
Okay.
Why do you think nobody's inviting him on? Because that's a whole other conversation to where it's like, all right, we get that you, like anybody would want to be able to go on and respond to things that are being said about you. But there's a reason niggas don't reach out to Corey Holcomb.
Because people don't, because of this. Like,
So
literally
it's his
because of
fault?
this. Like, him saying what he thinks. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of simple. People don't like that in the industry, especially when you get to the point that he is at, you know, his industry.
Is that the answer? The nigga's just a martyr?
But I also don't, to your question, like, should Charlamagne actively be doing anything? No. I don't know. Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Should
don't
he
think
be
so.
running defense?
Because, like you said, Corey Holcomb, he be talking shit too.
I don't think he was.
And that's a
asking-
whole, like, I feel like he doesn't really, nobody really ever holds him accountable in that regard. I know more about what he said about Jess than what Jess has said about him.
He's also the bigger voice. And he did.
Well, I mean,
he did
he's
ask.
He's speaking like he's coming from an underdog position.
And he did
from the
ask
fact that
that,
he's
AJ.
the only nigga not on the Breakfast Club. He hasn't been on Club 𝔓𝔬𝔑. All these other people have, and they've been able to talk their shit.
Yeah, it's he's the black sheep. He's the black sheep. But what was you saying?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing.
But you was like, he didn't ask Charlamagne for like help.
Yeah, he didn't ask him to defend him. You were saying, you were asking like, what does Charlamagne want him to do? Like, ask him.
But as
I
a
think-
homie though, like when you see that this is my friend,
Yeah.
he's on there with somebody I don't like who's popping shit about me. There is no onus on you to like to say something.
I think, I don't know. So when I listened to this whole clip, everything we just listened to, I heard him preface, I heard no disrespect, but that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Because he started with, I love Charlamagne. He didn't say he's done things for me. He said his exact words, he was very careful how he said it. His exact words were something along the lines of, he said he's done things that have helped me.
That has had my back.
That have had my back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
I will say, as
So
a person who's
let me
watched,
finish.
that doesn't matter. As a person who's watched 5150, he said Charlamagne has helped him.
You just AJ'd AJ.
Yeah, and he doesn't like it, but he said Charlamagne has helped him. So, and this is what I'm saying. This is Corey Holcomb. He says things that kind of he pulls a Joe. He pulls a groove all the time. Like he'll say things that kind of put him in good light without like, you know, the other stuff.
I don't be doing that.
Like, and he probably said that because he didn't want to put down somebody that's done so much for him.
Mm-hmm.
So he prefaced that.
So much.
He's looked out for him. Getting put on the Breakfast Club when you're on the road comic, like you're on the road, you got to make money on the road. That's a look.
And Corey Holcomb has been on there back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Corey Holcomb's been on
Been
there.
like twice.
Yeah, he's been on there. He's
That's
throwing him,
enough.
and like I said, throwing him little licks, helped him out, looked out
But
for
what
him.
do we, like what? He didn't even break it down. What has he done for him?
He just trusts him.
On
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like
he
we
just
saying it like we know he got him a deal somewhere. I know he's been on the Breakfast Club.
well,
And
I'm
I
not,
didn't even really hear the licks part. From what I heard, he said he's defended him at times where it was kind of necessary.
This is just
He's
in
had
his,
his back.
this is just
That's it. Those were his exact words.
This is just in this episode. I'm telling you what I've watched in the past before 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 was there, before Corey Holcomb had a reason to think any other way. Before he had a reason to think any other way about Charlamagne. You get what I'm saying? And back then it was, oh yeah, Charlamagne the homie, man. Hey, I can't say nothing bad about Charlamagne.
He said that at the beginning of this statement too.
All
I love him. I love him. I love him.
Respect to the guy.
Yeah.
But
then he described in an interesting way. He reminded us again, because we already know his stance on Just Hilarious. That's not new on any level. Yeah. He just reminded us again why he doesn't like Just Hilarious, but he also made sure he highlighted the things that he doesn't like that she does with Charlamagne and how that show is being cultivated in terms of being messy. And then also articulated how this is a messy bitch and I don't like niggas who like to be around messy bitches.
Because he's doing exactly what we talked about in the beginning about he's being real.
No disrespect, but
that's not real. I think he doesn't like niggas that are around bitches he don't like. I think it's that simple.
But
the fact that they have beef personally, like if Just Hilarious was the same person, had the same approach to like gossip or whatever the fuck she does, but she didn't have an issue with Corey Holcomb, it wouldn't be an issue.
No disrespect, but yeah, that's what I said. No disrespect, but
yeah, and towards Charlamagne.
Yeah, I think we already know. There's no confusion on how he feels about Just Hilarious at all. We could just throw that off the table. Everybody knows how Corey Holcomb and Just Hilarious feel about each other. He didn't say all those things just to wrap Charlamagne up in just for sport. It seems like he's struggling with where he's supposed to be putting him now.
Because Corey Holcomb is, for all in, he understands the position that Charlamagne is in. Like, he understands that Charlamagne isn't about to just say fuck Just Hilarious just because of his friendship with Corey. So it is a tricky predicament to be in when it's like, all right, you don't like this bitch, but you fuck with her boss.
I don't think it's boss.
You get the point though. Semantics. You get what I'm saying? So how do you navigate that by saying fuck the bitch, but respect to Charlamagne, but he be on some hoe shit?
He said fuck the bitch and everybody that fucks with her. That's what he said.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what he said.
Yes, but I mean, all right. He also didn't say fuck Charlamagne. But it could have been a temperature check.
Yeah.
It could have been a temperature check.
I heard a no disrespect, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, I mean.
But didn't he lead with love and respect first too?
I was about to say, bro, you don't watch Corey. Like, you don't watch the 5150 show.
I watch a decent amount of it.
Yeah, but
Not
you
enough.
don't know, like, this is what he does. Like, this is love. You know what I mean? Like, he just kind of exonerated, like, Charlamagne from it in a weird way because he still fucks with Charlamagne. Like, I don't think Corey Holcomb is the type to fall out with a dude over a bitch. I don't know. I don't think that can happen.
If it's a messy one. Nothing like messy bitches.
If it's a messy bitch. And he did preface that. Messy bitches are the worst.
I'm just addressing the words that I heard him say. That's it.
So
you think it hurt his relationship with Charlamagne then?
I think he's struggling with it. I think he's struggling with how to view him. That's what I heard.
That's fair. I don't think that's that far fetched actually.
It's fair.
Yeah, I don't think that's that far fetched.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because why would I say I love this person? Remind us all the reasons why you hate this person, and then in every point that I give on why I hate Just Hilarious, have a way to rope Charlamagne into it.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You could do that to like stop the internet from going crazy, but also I see your point.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like
do.
it's like
because
I don't like her. This bitch is messy. Charlamagne does seem to just keep throwing the bitch alley oops and giving her
like that.
opportunities.
Yeah, shit like that.
And then it's like I just maybe, and then it's the pause, and it's maybe some niggas just like to be around messy bitches. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what type of nigga? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like he's trying to figure it out too in real time. It feels like.
For real.
Yeah, and he might be going about it
Does
the
he
wrong
love him
way.
for the opportunities he's giving him? For sure. I don't believe that, but it's like I don't know if this is how you're moving now. If I didn't view you like this before, but this is how it seems to be moving forward, I don't know how I should move with you moving forward. That's all
I get it.
And it all depends. It all depends because I'm pretty sure when Nick Cannon had Cheyenne Bryan on, he had words like, Nick, what the fuck are you doing with this bitch? Like, to the same.
The Cheyenne Bryan thing was crazy because I feel like she got
and she talked about his family.
I feel like she got the Nick Cannon shit off scot-free, and I feel like she got the Cam Newton shit off like scot-free before we knew things were really shaky on her side.
Yeah.
By the time she got the Breakfast Club, there were plenty of think pieces out where it was like, I don't think this is the woman that we all thought she was. You know what I'm saying? And it was like
she was still moving and grooving by the time she got to the Breakfast Club, though.
What was so wrong about her though? She just didn't have the credentials, or she was spreading harmful information.
She didn't have the credentials, and she was like a fucking
There were things. There was
kind of
information,
toxic, and it was she rapped like she spoke like a fucking
clinical professional.
No, not like a clinical professional, like a preacher that's here to get money off these niggas. Like it felt more like
your style.
It felt like that. Yeah, but it's like the pimping wasn't good enough though.
Yeah, it wasn't sweet.
It wasn't good enough for my
my
tithes and offering.
Yeah,
it was like
she couldn't choose you.
This is weird. And then it was like once her like red flags started popping up, the red flags were up. Nick Cannon, there was some space in between Nick Cannon and
Breakfast Club.
Sorry, there was some space between Cam Newton, Nick Cannon, and Cam Newton. Close. There was a gap, and there was plenty of evidence and red flags that were popped up in that gap before she got up to fucking Breakfast Club. No question. I remember that because I just thought she was just another little gimmicky chick that's a doctor, and then it was like, oh man, these videos coming out about her are weird. And then when I watched her at the Breakfast Club, it was no pushback on any level. It was like I think they kind of brought it up lightly, and that was a segue for her to say, well, it was a lying fat motherfucker named Corey Holcomb who put that lie out about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was no real addressing, I went to this school, I got this degree. It was nothing. It was like, yeah, Fat Slob did that. And it was like, oh, okay. And that was it. That's how close they got to even asking her about some of the weird things that the internet had kind of exposed about what she had been doing for real.
This nigga got a lot of beef with women.
Yeah,
And honestly, she's gone now.
Yeah,
where the fuck
nowhere.
is she at? She's gone.
Hopefully she's studying.
Yeah, she's
at
gone.
a real school.
She's probably on Reddit or something, showing her cavities. But it's all
Corey
Corey
needs to heal.
Yeah,
He needs to heal. He needs to let go of all this hate in his heart. It'd be better.
And we'll see what happens next week. But I don't think he'll follow with Charlamagne because he hates Jess. I just don't think.
I think he's just readjusting, that's all.
Temperature check, man. Temperature check.